I would wake up in the morning and vomit acid because there's obviously nothing on my stomach. So I vomit acid in the morning, and then I would vomit every meal. I would vomit every snack. I would vomit every drink. Anything that I put in my stomach would come back up. And I mean, I was vomiting so much to the point where it was painful. I have military insurance, so I expected that since I was so sick, I would just, you know, go in for my appointment, get something for my nausea, and I'd be good. I'm not going to go into detail in this video about my experience with TRICARE Prime, but it wasn't a good experience and I wasn't able to get an appointment. They wanted to put me through all types of roundabouts. They wanted me to do things that were not even appropriate or made no sense for me to do to get my first appointment. So they ended up just telling me to go to the ER. I went to the ER. They prescribed me, at the ER, they prescribed me with 4 milligrams of Zofran, and that honestly didn't help me. I was still vomiting 5 to 7 times a day, even on Zofran. So, I mean, it was torture, and I felt so sorry for my husband because I'm not working, and so he's working, and he's taking care of me, and he's cooking, and he's cleaning, and he's doing all the things that I normally do in addition to taking care of me. I just felt so bad for him, but he was amazing. Through this whole thing, he's been so amazing and so supportive. Basically, from 4 to 10 weeks, I was a hot mess. My skin, actually, you can see my skin right now is horrible, but at that time my skin was so good. My skin actually had dried out, so I wasn't experiencing oiliness, and because I didn't have oiliness, I didn't have acne. My skin was really good, surprisingly. That was like the only good thing at that point, was my skin. My lips were very chapped, and my lips were chapped to the point where there were like scabs on my lips that I couldn't even pull off. If I were to pull it off, it would bleed, so I just left the dry scabs on my lips. Another thing that I had was bubble guts, which was interesting because everything I read about pregnancy was you get constipation, but instead I was running to the bathroom all the time to take a dump. So yeah, I had bubble guts. And then I didn't get my first real appointment until week 9. And that was once I got my insurance changed so that I could see non-military doctors and I can go to non-military facilities to have my prenatal appointment. So I had my first prenatal appointment and my first ultrasound at 9 weeks. And because my insurance was kind of up in the air, and I knew I wouldn't be sticking with that doctor, I decided not to have what is considered to be most people's first appointment, where you have the pap smear, all that stuff. I decided not to do all that. I just wanted the ultrasound, and I just wanted to make sure there was a baby in there and that my baby was healthy. So basically my first appointment just consisted of an ultrasound, and that was it. We did nothing else in that appointment, and let me tell you, that ultrasound was so beautiful, so amazing. It made everything that I was going through completely worth it once I saw that ultrasound and once I heard that heartbeat. The heartbeat was strong. I can't remember the heart rate, and the baby was small, of course, and it was a transvaginal ultrasound, so they stuck the probe, you know, in my vagina, and the baby was literally sitting there waving its hand. And I remember I was so speechless. Like I was just laying there with my mouth open, just completely speechless. My husband was speechless. The doctor and the ultrasound tech, they were like screaming with excitement. They seemed surprised to see the baby waving. I don't know if babies always do that at 9 weeks, but they seemed so surprised and so happy. I mean, that was such a wonderful doctor. I'm so sad that I wasn't able to stick with that doctor, but it was just such a beautiful experience. So I'm going to show you guys the ultrasound of the baby at 9 weeks. And like I said, everything checked out wonderfully. The baby was measuring perfectly at 9 weeks. So this is the baby at 9 weeks. And as you can see, I think my bladder is over here. I think my bladder is down here somewhere. This is the baby's hand. This is the baby's head. I think this is the baby's legs, and this is the baby's torso or body. So this was our little baby at 9 weeks, and here's another picture of the baby at 9 weeks. like I said, this is the bladder somewhere over here. This is the hand. This is the body. And this is the head. So, I mean, it's hard to tell what this is at 9 weeks, but this was our baby. Also, I wanted to tell you guys that at this time I was taking prenatal vitamins, of course. I've always taken prenatal vitamins even before I got pregnant. And the vitamins I take are Vitafusion prenatal vitamins with DHA and folic acid, and I get them from Target. And so yeah, that's my pregnancy story, how I found out, and those were my first, you know, couple of weeks and my first month or so of pregnancy. Like I said, I was just mainly very, very, very sick and always vomiting and always nauseous. To the point where I don't even think people really understand. People are like, she's still sick, you know? But yeah, I was sick. So yeah, stay tuned for my next pregnancy vlog. My next pregnancy vlog will be 13 to 18 weeks. And then after that will be 18 to 20 weeks. And then I'll be caught up, and then I'll be doing them pretty much live, and I'll be on schedule to where I'm at right now. So thank you guys for watching. Bye, loves.